Hi, this is Chris Lang with Wide River Reptiles. For our first video, we're going to give you a tour of our reptile room. So we'll start with our female rack. Here we have a 7 high 41 quart female rack. It's got our labels on them, what we have in here. We've got the 3-inch belly heat on the back because we keep our room, as you can see here on the thermometer, right now it's 79 degrees in here with 50% humidity. We try to keep the room right at 79 degrees and keep the humidity between 50 and 60%. So we've got our rack here. We've got a normal on top. We do have a lesser male in this rack, and then we have a lesser female, pastel female, black bee female, champagne female, and a black pastel female. The black pastel just shed, and she's definitely gravid, and hopefully we'll have eggs in 25 days from her. She was mixed with a cinnamon Mojave pastel spider. So the male was a cinnamon Mojave pastel spider, and the female is obviously black pastel. So we're hoping to get the cinnamon and black pastel together for the 8-ball, and then of course some crazy other combinations. Over here is our 32 quart rack that also holds 15 quart sub-adult rack. So in here we have a few females and that, and then this is a prototype from the manufacturer of what we will be selling for our Wide River Reptile rack. This is a prototype, and we're going to go in a video a little bit later and give you detail on this rack. But at top here we got a female Mojave, a female Woma, female Fire, have a super pastel female, a Mojave male, a Calico Lemon Blast male, and a pastel pied possible het clown, 66% possible het clown. Down here is two of my favorite males that when come into breeder's age they'll be ready. So this is our pastel pied 66% het clown. We use ReptiChip, as you can see in the and we are also the ReptiChip supplier. So we use ReptiChip for our bins. This is the Calico Lemon Blast. Also, once again, we use a ReptiChip as our bedding. Alright. Over here we have another 41 quart 7 high female rack. We have a normal, a pastel, a spider possible het albino, a pewter bee, albino possible G-stripe, an albino, and a chocolate. These are all on the Varium Electronics thermostat, and so this is the female side of the room. So now we're on the hatchling rack that I built, but like I said, we're working with a manufacturer to do the black PVC, but for right now this is a hatchling rack that I built. This is a hard plastic shelving that you can get at any big box hardware store like Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever. This one happens to be the 24 by 36 size rack. So we do have a couple adults that we have over here that we just picked up at the Tinley show. I actually got them today, so today's the spring 2017 Tinley show, the Sunday of the last show, so that's what we got here today. So we picked up a couple here. We've got them on here. I don't have the 4-inch belly heat is on back ordered, so as soon as that gets here. So right now I've got them on a heat pad with the thermostat. So always use the thermostat. We've got the heat pads on them now instead of the heat tape, but the heat tape will be here. It's on order. So earlier in the video we showed you our pastel pied male. We picked up a pastel het pied female for him, and she'll be a couple of years, but we picked her up. We picked up a pastel special male. We picked up a female Mojave, breeder size. These are both breeder size. In here we have a Lemon Blast. And then down here we have a vanilla pinstripe male breeder size that we picked up today. But this rack's still kind of under construction. This is going to be our hatchling rack. Okay, so now we're going to go to the male rack. Here's our male rack here. It's what do we got here? 7 high. This is a 32 or 28 quart. Sorry about that. 28 quart That was from, I believe it's an Animal Plastics cage, but like I said, we're working on getting our own manufacturer of Wide River reptile racks, and we're going to go into that in a minute. But in here we've got a male Enchi, a male pastel, male albino, a cinnamon Mojave pastel spider, a cinnamon het clown, a normal, and then our banana male. And then next to the male rack is our gecko rack. Alright, so we're going to talk a little bit about the rack here. So we've got a manufacturer that's going to use the half-inch black PVC. The shelves are going to be routed in the side a little bit, so that way they're not like the ones that you see that are just screwed in, like the white rack here, where these are just up. These are actually going to be kind of routed in here a little bit, so it sits in. It's going to be solid sides. We're going to have a 5-high 41 quart that has 4-inch belly heat. It's going to slide out like this one. It's going to have 4-inch belly heat on the back. It's going to have 2 rows for you, and it's going to be recessed, and they'll be stackable, so that way you can go 10 high. That's why we're going 5 high. We're going to make them stackable, so you can do 10 high if you want, or you can leave it at 5 high. This again is a 6 high. This was the prototype, but this is the 3215. So we're going to have an adult female rack with the 41 quart. We're going to have a sub-adult or male rack with the 32 quart and the 15 quart for the hatchlings or your sub-adults. And then we're also going to have a hatchling rack. That's still deciding how big that's going to be, but we're going to figure out a way to make a hatchling rack. It'll probably be like a 15, it'll probably be a 15 6-quart rack that we're working on. But hopefully we'll have prices and stuff for you coming up. But these are sturdy rack. They're glued. It's a beautiful rack. He does a great job. So we're going to have 4-inch recessed belly heat on everything. And with the adult female, since it's the long way, we're going to have 2 rows of the 4-inch belly heat in case you don't keep your room quite as warm as we keep ours. So that's the rack. Hopefully have it up in about 2 to 3 months. We'll have these racks available on our website. So check out our website, wideriverreptiles.com. Thanks.